Now just going to run over a few things to help you with your technique when running. Lots of things that we should be doing that often we don't, or we're not thinking about, or we're not even aware of. We need to think about our shoulders and what they're doing. So we don't want to be hunching our shoulders, leaning forwards into the running, rounded back or dropping the head. We need to think about our correct alignment. So as per my other exercises and demonstrations in this app, you will see that I teach you to stand straight. We want to also apply that when running. So always when you're running, whatever level you're running at, an incline or a decline or flat, you must always think about extending up through the top of the head. If you start to collapse as you get tired, it's going to have a big effect on your posture. Shoulders, you need to be able to roll them back gently. So with shoulders, we don't want to pull down anymore. We just want to do a little inward rotation and then pull them straight back. And that will help stabilize your shoulders as your shoulder blades suction into your back. Chin and head position, don't let the chin push forwards. Bring it back in and think about a long neck at the back. So with that in mind, we need to now think about what our arms are doing. And if your arms are all over the place and your shoulders are high and you're really struggling, or you're not actually someone who moves their arms much, you need to think about swinging those arms a little bit more. And to get the correct movement, I want you to think about punching your chin when you're running, obviously not actually doing that. So we're going to inward rotate the shoulders, pull them back, and then start to slowly punch the chin. It's actually an extremely good arm workout when we're running as well, because we use the power from our arms to help us come forwards and move when we're running. So if you really start to bring the arms into it as well, you will feel the benefits. So if you think about punching your chin and digging your elbows low, okay, that will keep your shoulders in a good position. So if you just practice that when you can. And then we're going to move down and we want to think about our legs. So foot position, make sure that the weight stays correct on those feet. Get a good pair of training shoes that will really support you, possibly insoles if you need them. You can buy them off the shelf as well as having them ready-made for you. So look down at your feet, like I've already said in other videos of this app. Make sure your arches are not rolling in and ankles are not rolling in. If you had bad foot and knee position, it's going to cause a lot of strain and cause possible injuries. So you need to make sure that the weight is sitting down the outsides of the feet and the centers of the feet. Don't let your feet roll in. And lift your arches. Another way of thinking about the arches coming up is bring the big toes or all the toes up towards you as far as you can. And now look at your arches, they have lifted. And then just see if you can lower your toes without rolling back in again. Okay, so don't let yourself get tired and roll in. And then when you're running, you actually want the weight to go down through that midfoot area so that you are putting a lot of pressure through there rather than right down through the heel. And you want to walk with or run with that good foot position as I just described, keeping the arches away from the floor so you're not rolling in and turning your feet out and bringing the knees in towards each other. So there's a lot to think about there, and it will take practice, but just go slowly with the running when you begin a training session, and just see if you can think about getting an even movement through the feet and then adding in that good arm movement as well. So we also want to think about getting a good knee bend. So see if you can just flick your heel towards your bum on each side. And then one more each side. Good. And now see if you can just bring your knees up towards your chest. So you get good movement from the hips here and knees. Good. And now just start to think about the speed at which you run. Are you a slow runner, a steady runner? Do you go fast and slow? Do you change your speed as you go through your run? Well, we want to aim for about 180 paces per minute, that's steps per minute. Okay, and that's what we call our cadence. So it doesn't matter if you run really slowly or run really fast, your cadence should stay fairly similar. Now, if you're nowhere near that, then it's something to build up and work on. If you're not sure what 180 beats a minute is, just Google metronome and it will come up with that, and you can adjust your speed and you can hear it. So it's something like this, deep, 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 which sounds very fast. But actually, when you're actually running along, you actually find that your feet do go fairly fast. And see if you can get that speed. And if you have your metronome on your phone, whilst you're doing it, you can hear how fast you need to be with your pacing. And actually, once you've got your arms swinging and your feet moving, it's not too bad. And that is the cadence that you need to try and aim for, roughly, so that you can then adjust your speed within that as well. Okay, so we're going to try that now. Put those things together. So just lengthen up, just roll your shoulders gently back into their correct position, and then just start to run on the spot. And then think about what I told you. Think about knees up, flicking the feet towards the heels, towards the bump, and then just start to punch your arms up towards your chin. Bump, 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 bump. Keep up the speed, keep going. Now start to connect your core and breathe into your ribs. Keep going. Bump, 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 bump. Keep going. And then slow it down. So you may feel a bit odd running on the spot. It's not the easiest thing to do, but that just gives you an idea of what you've got to think about when you're running in your training sessions. Good luck.